practice in a nice easy seated position here on your yoga mat. So crossing lightly into the legs, hands can rest down onto your knees. And maybe closing into the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. And then start to raise the hands overhead. As you inhale, take a nice big stretch overhead, interlacing the fingers. As you exhale, coming into that side body stretch, over to your right, stretching through the left. Inhale back through middle, lengthen here, and exhale, moving over to your left, stretching through the right. Inhale, this time taking the right hand down, take the left arm overhead, side body stretch. Inhale through middle, and the left hand comes down to the mat, right hand reaches over, starting to waken up the body, warming up through the shoulders. Inhale, here again, left arm goes over, deepen the stretch. Inhale, and exhale. Good, inhale. Take a nice deep breath, once again elongating through the spine, lengthening here. Exhale, drop the right hand, left hand reaches over. Just one more time. Inhale. Left hand goes down to the mat, right hand reaches over. Inhale. Okay, take the hands out ahead of you. Let's come into our tabletop position. So starting with our wrist warm up. Spreading nice and wide into the fingers, gripping your mat with your fingertips. And just start with those little circles. Just moving into the wrists. A couple of circles here to warm them up, maybe switching directions. Keeping the breath nice and even. And then start to bring in your cat-cow stretch. So as you inhale, drop the belly down. Exhale, press up, rounding through the spine into your cat stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Really feeling into that spinal stretch both ways, moving with your breath. Once more, inhale. And exhale, press it back. And maybe even press back all the way to your child's pose. So knees are coming wide as your mat, and you're sitting back against your heels. Keep your arms quite activated so your shoulders are strong and you're pressing away with the hands. Take a breath. Alright, inhale, let's warm up into the shoulders. So coming up to tabletop, bending at the elbows, and come straight down into your chaturanga press. So shoulders over wrists, float over, and then your chaturanga from your knees. Press back, child's pose. You've got 5 of those. Inhale, roll up. Tricep press, push up, and press back. 3 more, inhale, roll up, tricep press, push up, and press back. Last 2. Placing your core as you press up and down. And then 1 more here. Really feeling the shoulders, the triceps warm up. Okay, and press back, child's pose. Sway into the hips, left and right. Find a bit of movement here. And then inhale. Coming to your tabletop position, you're going to tuck your toes under, lifting to your floating tabletop. So find that core engagement here. Draw your belly button up towards your spine. And we're just going to hover the knees off the mat by an inch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest them down, sit back. Roll out the wrists. So a couple of rolls here. When you're ready, place the hands down. We're going to lift through floating tabletop into your downward facing dog. So inhale, roll forwards. 5 seconds here in your floating tabletop. So knees hover for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge all the way up. Press it back, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. For the first time, just stepping out the feet left and right. The back of the legs feel tight or tense. You just want to soften into your down dog. Try and melt the heart down towards the mat, pressing through your shoulders. You have 1 more breath here. And then looking between the hands, just start to step the feet one by one, tiny little tiptoe steps until you reach your hands, bending into the knees if you need to. Okay, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Still keeping that bend in the knees if they're feeling a little tight. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Inhale, sweep the hands overhead, come to standing, reaching upwards, lengthening through the arms to the tips of the fingers. Really draw the core in here, tuck the tailbone under, find that strong standing stance. Okay, inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down through heart center, dive down to your mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping on back, finding your plank. Hover down your knees for your chaturanga if you want to, or start from your toes. Wrap the triceps in, hover halfway down. Inhale, come through to your up dog. The tops of the feet coming to the mat and engaging through the thighs. Try and roll those shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, pressing up and back to downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Nice and strong through the palms, through the shoulders, melting the chest down. Start to lengthen through the back of the legs now, so finding some stillness. Allow the heels to track down towards the mat. Find that stretch through the back of the legs. One more breath here. And then as you inhale, step into the right foot and lift into the left. So coming into your first 3-legged down dog, the left leg extends, find a stretch, and then bend into the left knee and just start with those little circles here. So the left knee is drawing that circle in the air. And then change direction. Really feel that opening up into the hip. Nice and controlled. And then we're going to step that left foot all the way through. So hug the knee in towards the chest and plant that left foot down between the hands. Dropping the back knee down, coming into your low lunge. The right hand inside of the left foot and the left hand reaching up towards the sky. So your easy twist. Good work. Left hand comes down, left foot steps back to meet the right. So floating through to your plank. Finding your chaturanga, so halfway fold, halfway press. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work, take 2 breaths. You can always drop the knees to the mat and sit back into your child's pose if you do need to rest your wrists. Alright, one more breath here in down dog. Okay, inhale. Stepping into your left foot, your right leg lifts. Nice and straight to begin. And then bending into the right knee, start with those knee circles. So you're creating that circle shape, really opening up into the right hip. Change direction. And then elongating again and stepping that right foot all the way through to land between the hands. Left knee drops down. Untuck the toes coming into your low lunge. Left hand places inside the right foot and then twist through the spine. Easy twist. Sending the right hand up towards the ceiling. Find that stretch through your hip flexors. Good work. Inhale. Frame that front foot and stepping the right foot back. Flow through your vinyasa. So taking your chaturanga tricep press. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Good work. Find that way to melt the chest down. And lengthen through the back of the legs. One more breath here. Good, resting the wrists in child's pose for 1 breath. And then we're going to come into our leg sequence. So looking between the hands, stepping both feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. So hopefully the body's feeling nice and warm now. We're going to go into some drills. So inhale, sweep the hands overhead. Take a nice long stretch. As you exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Step back first with the left foot, so as long as your mat pretty much. So a nice long stretch, long stance, long stretch. Okay, so your hips are still going to be pointing forwards, so traveling with your right foot. We're going to come into our warrior 1. So hands to interlace overhead. Start to sink into that right leg as it leads. So you're sending your weight into your right heel and creating that 90-degree angle going forwards. Good, nice and strong through the shoulders. See if you can load a little bit deeper. And then inhale, start to open up. Exhale, warrior 2. So still loading into that right leg. Find that strong warrior 2 stance. You might have opened up the angle of the back foot. Your hips are now facing the side of the room. And sink a little bit lower. Holding it there, building strength through that right thigh. Reaching into the right fingertips. Good work. Okay, right elbow comes down. Left arm is going to reach overhead. Find that length here. Trying not to take too much weight into the knee. Good. Inhale, coming back to your warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand comes down to the thigh, or you can take a bind behind your back. And then inhale. Carry both hands forward, feeling that burn now in your right leg. We're going to hop the left foot forward. Take the weight into the right and come into our warrior 3. So finding that standing balance, lift the left and start to pivot forwards. Flexing into the left foot so that you've got that activation going through the left side. Good job. Squeeze into your right glute, your right leg is doing that strength work. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the left leg down. Inhale. Sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop to the back of your mat, take a vinyasa. So lifting through the hips and hopping back. Flowing through your chaturanga, adding in that additional press if you want to up that intensity. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here for 1. And then looking between the hands, take a nice big step to the top of your mat. Inhale to rise, sweep the hands overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a nice big step back with your right leg this time. So first of all, coming into your warrior one. Hands reaching overhead, shoulders activated, and load into the left leg. See if you can sink that a little bit lower. Create that strength in the left. Good work. Holding for one more breath. Tucking that tailbone under, squeezing into the right glute. And then inhale, rise slightly. Exhale. Open up, warrior two. Good, same sequence on this side. So we're going to build that strength here first. So really lower into that left leg, reaching forward into the left fingertips. And breathe. Feel that strength. The left leg might start to burn. You're doing good. Okay, bringing that left elbow down and right arm reaches overhead. Create that straight line from the right fingertips all the way down to the outer edge of your right foot. Breathing here for one and two. Good. Inhale, coming back to your warrior two. Keep that strength in the left. And then we're going to pivot on the back toes, coming into your warrior three. So hop the right foot in, find your positioning for taking flight. So inhale, lift, find that pivot. Okay. Flex into the right leg, the right foot, everything's activated, holding strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the right leg down, inhale to rise, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flowing through, exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back, and flow through your vinyasa. Hovering over the wrists, tricep press, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, last. Flowing through again, this time upping the tempo and the intensity a little bit. So inhale, lift into the left leg, extend it out straight. Adding in our ab sequence, the left knee is going to float through to the left elbow for 1 and kick back. It's going to come through to the right elbow for 2 and kick back. This time step it all the way through. Left hand between the hands, inhale to rise. High lunge. Dropping the right knee down for 1, down for 2, for 3, 4, and 5. Good work, lifting into your warrior 3. So straight away we skipped warrior 1 and 2, going straight into that balance. And this time, taking a couple of dips. So from here, in your balance, bending your left knee, bend for 1 and push up, bend for 2 and push up. We're going to 5, 3 and 4 and 5. Press it up. Right foot comes down. Good work. You stayed with me then. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a big step back with the right foot this time. That's wrong. Left foot this time. Leading with your right. Okay. We're coming into high lunge. So the left knee is about to tap down for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Alright, start to lift the left leg, come into your warrior 3 balance, and then you've got 5 single leg little dips. So find that balance. Down for 1, down for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, press it up. Give the legs a little shake out. And we'll flow through one last time. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back and flow through your vinyasa. So nice strong core here, tricep press, adding in those little reps. If you want up your rep count, inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath. You've got 2 here. Maybe take the knees down and rest the wrists. On your next breath, start to roll up from child's pose. Tuck the toes and take a nice big step to the top of your mat. Good. Alright, you're going to step the right foot back and come into your triangle pose. So inhale here to create that flat back. And as you exhale, we're folding over the left leg. So you want your stance to be big enough that you're feeling it isolated through the left, but not so big that your heel can't go down. Okay. Start to settle into this posture. You might rise a little bit as you inhale. Try and keep your hips square forwards and square to the mat. As you exhale, fold over that left leg. Find that stretch all throughout the left side and maybe also through the mid back. Really easy to feel that tension. Okay, shifting the weight into the left foot. You're going to start to lift into the right, come into your standing splits. So the right leg, the right knee bends, and you're going to stack the right hip on top of the left hip. And then start to send those toes up towards the ceiling, finding that stretch but also that balance. Good. Left hand might come off and just hold on to the left ankle, or you can have both fingertips down to the mat. Sending those toes upwards and folding the forehead down towards your shin, finding that stretch. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring that right leg back down, placing the right foot with the left. Inhale. As we rise, sweep the hands overhead. Exhale, step back with the left. Just enough for the same sequence on the opposite side. So inhale, lengthen through the body. As you exhale, start to fold over that right leg. Okay, same stretch. Once again, use that inhale breath to lengthen through the spine and the exhale breath to move into that space that you're creating. Good work. Hips are traveling forward, so try and bring the left hip forwards and sending the right hip back. If you need a gentle bend in the right leg, that's okay. Really folding here. Allowing the chest to melt down towards that right leg. One more breath here. On your next breath, shift the weight into the right leg and lifting into your left. You're coming into your standing splits on your left side. So pointing your toes. You're going to stack your left hip on top of your right and really squeeze into that right glute. Find that strength. Sending those toes up higher whilst also folding over that right leg. The right hand might come to the right ankle. Find your balance. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Bring that left foot back down to meet the right, pedal out the feet. Okay, let's take one last flow through. Inhale, bending into the knees, reaching the arms overhead. Get a nice tall stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step it back for your chaturanga tricep press. From your knees or from your toes, hovering halfway down, inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So take a nice deep stretch here, your last down dog. Finding that length through the back of the legs, melting the chest down towards your mat. And then on your next breath, looking between the hands and just bringing the legs behind the hands, coming into an easy seated position. Bringing the hands to heart center. We're going to close our practice today in either Shavasana or a seated meditation position. So just wherever you are, if you want to lie back on your mat, that's okay. Or if you're here in a seated posture, just sitting up nice and tall. And just come back to your breath. And just closing your practice with gratitude and mindfulness.